There are three words that have the potential to call huge prosperity and success into your life. Are you ready? Here they are. I don't know. We are so wired to crave certainty, and our society has told us that it is not okay to be messy or unclear. But when you live that way, you shut down possibilities and the abundance that comes with them. In this video, I'm going to tell you how come the doubt you might have been feeling is not actually a problem, and how learning to deal with uncertainty can open you up to so much more abundance in your life. And stay with me, because we will meditate together at the end so that you can feel this shift in your body. When I was studying for my PhD, I remember this tutor saying that the most important thing we would learn was to tolerate uncertainty. And it's so true, because when you are doing research, you don't know what you're going to discover, and certainly didn't feel sure that I'd be able to pull together everything into a nice crisp argument. But it has stood me in such good stead for the rest of my life. All the major transitions I've made, whether that be the end of a marriage, moving cities, massive career pivot, navigating a health crisis, I've used those as vehicles for learning to tolerate uncertainty in a deeper way. And it really just is a life skill. It's not an academic thing. Because the truth is, whenever you want to create something, whenever you want to build a new aspect of your life with a view to calling in abundance, you are going to feel uncertain. It's just inevitable. People sometimes say to me they want to set up a YouTube channel, but they don't know what they're going to make videos about. And they ask me how I know what I'm going to make videos about. I have to say, I don't know what I'm going to make videos about. The only way to know what I'm going to make videos about is to make videos, because the clarity comes through action. So this was a really important teaching for me. And then, years later, I came across the gene keys, and in particular, gene key 48, which moves from the shadow of inadequacy through to the gift of resourcefulness and to the siddhi of wisdom. But it wasn't even the core transformational journey of this gene key that really sparked my interest. It was actually a little subtitle that Richard Rudd has in the book, and it says The Wonder of Uncertainty. So I was absorbing myself in the teachings of this gene key, and then a synchronicity occurred. And by the way, my experience is that once you start studying the gene keys, synchronicities massively increase. And in this case, it was stumbling on a podcast episode where Tammy Simon was talking to an author called Maggie Jackson about a book called Uncertain: The Wonder and Wisdom of Being Unsure. And it was so illuminating. I listened to the podcast twice, I bought the book, and I highly, highly recommend it, because in this book, Maggie Jackson is making a case for our improved relationship to uncertainty as an essential component of leadership. And we need new kinds of leadership for the era that we're entering into now. So what she's talking about is that we really, in our logical, late capitalist, rationalist society, love efficiency, we love certainty, we love the kind of logical perspective of things. But actually, when leaders are more open to new perspectives, to deliberation, to a form of doubt, they are actually more successful, they have better outcomes. And she calls uncertainty wisdom in motion. So it's not something that we should continue to see as weak or deficient, as it's been, portrayed in our society. Now, she also talks about there being two different kinds of uncertainty. One is the uncertainty, right? The mystery of life, the randomness of events, the things it's just impossible for us to know or control. That's out there, it's part of the flow of the universal consciousness. And then there is our own inner uncertainty. Now, we can't really do that much about the first one, but the second one, of course, we can deepen and improve our relationship too. In the Gene Keys book, Richard Rudd says that the frequency that the 48th shadow releases into your body emerges as a profound uncertainty about the future and your ability to handle it. And what is so brilliant about this is it actually covers both kinds, right? Your uncertainty about the future itself and your uncertainty about your ability to handle it. And that's where I think the real work lies, because we're not actually necessarily as afraid of what might happen, we're afraid of how we might feel if something doesn't go the way we want. So to me, the real certainty that is beneficial to cultivate is the certainty that no matter what, you won't abandon yourself. The certainty that you are developing the tools to be able to handle your emotions, to handle adversity, to look after yourself as and when life's challenges come up. That's where real safety, and therefore the abundance that flows from safety, comes from. Here is my cat. He has obviously come to confirm that what I'm saying is true. So, one of the ways that we try to protect ourselves from the discomfort of uncertainty is just acquiring more and more information. That sense of, well, I can't really do it until I know just a bit more. Then I'll feel safe to speak out. Then I'll feel safe to build my business. Then I'll feel safe to create the project that's in my heart that I'm not yet able to express. Now, there's some deep integrity in learning and, informing ourselves properly, of course. But if we take it too far, we're using that as a way to resist expansion and growth. And the truth is that more knowledge will never really save you from fear, right? I remember Eckhart Tolle talking about how he used, his amazing ability to acquire and remember information as a way to kind of brace himself against some of his own shadows. But he realized over time it didn't really work because the underlying emotional waters don't respond to just simply more information. And this distinction between information and knowledge and wisdom is woven through so many teachings. And Richard Rudd talks about knowledge being knowing and wisdom being not knowing. Alberto Villoldo says that knowledge is knowing that water is H2O. Wisdom is being able to make it rain. So if you've been feeling like you're holding yourself back because of uncertainty or because you don't know enough yet, this could well be creating a little bit of a barrier to the abundance that you want to call into your life. So know that the real certainty is in learning not to abandon yourself, in welcoming a degree of uncertainty, of course, that feels safe in your nervous system, to be actually very fertile ground for curiosity, for expansion, for creation. And knowing that no amount of information will save you from fear, that work gets to be processed in a different way, in a different level. And as you do that, you start to have more confidence that you can tolerate the uncertain. So before we get into our meditation, I'll just say, if you are a pioneering spirit, somebody who is on the edge of a big expansion in your life, a new business, a new project, a pivot, then I would like to offer you a prosperity pivot call. This is a 45-minute session where we look at different areas of your life to see where prosperity is flowing more or less easily and what you might do to unlock that, and how I can help you over the longer term if that's a good fit. So there will be a link in the description below if that is something that you would like to do. So let's begin our meditation. We are going to be calling in a magical kind of certainty. And it's that certainty that you will not abandon yourself no matter what is going on in your life. So find a nice, comfortable position, somewhere where you can be safe and undisturbed, and set an intention that this meditation be for your highest good and for the highest good of all. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale slowly through the mouth. Feel the rise and fall of your chest, or perhaps your belly. Each inhale filling you with calm and strength, and each exhale releasing any tension from the body. Let yourself begin to soften into the support beneath you. Sense the weight of the body and know that the earth is holding you. You are part of her abundance. Grounded, dependable, whole. And we are going to be working with the energy of the cube. And this is one of the Platonic solids, one of the foundational building blocks of the earth. And it represents stability and safety, integrity, trust in form. And this sacred shape reminds us that even when life feels uncertain, there is a solid foundation within us. The cube teaches us how to stay grounded, even as everything around us changes. So when we connect with this energy, we're also connecting with an aspect of true abundance, which is the kind that grows from this inner steadiness, not just outer certainty. So I'd like you to bring your attention now to your hands and imagine or just sense that you're holding a small glowing cube in your palms. There's no wrong way to perceive it. You might see light or feel warmth or simply know that it's there. And this cube represents stability, self-trust, and a flow of prosperity. It's reminding you that wealth doesn't come from chasing certainty. It comes from feeling safe enough to receive what life wants to give you. as you connect with this stabilizing energy, you might just whisper to yourself, I hold stability in my own hands. And as you breathe in and out, connecting back to the breath, you can imagine the cube's light flowing up through your hands into your heart. If you can't see it, just notice instead perhaps a warmth or a wave of calm expanding through your chest. Know that this light carries an abundance code, which is knowing that you are supported, you are enough, and life can prosper through you. And you can repeat softly out loud or in your mind, I am certain. I am here for me. I am steady as I grow. I know how to love myself even if I make a mistake. Let these phrases anchor into the body, your belly, your legs, your feet. Just knowing that this root of abundance is growing through your whole being. Now feel that cube becoming lighter and just dissolving into radiance that moves through your palms and your arms and your heart. And as you integrate this sacred shape, you know that you are the form that abundance can build upon. You can be a constant in a changing world. You can trust yourself to stay. You can trust you won't abandon yourself. Take a final deep breath in and let it go with a sigh. Feel the weight of your body once again, stable, alive, and present. And as you begin to come back to the present moment, maybe take some little movements, whatever feels nourishing and good in your body. You can rub your palms together, roll the shoulders, gently tap your feet against the floor or the earth. And just returning, knowing there will be uncertainty in the world, but there is also a foundation in you that never wavers, and that's what you're carrying forward into your day and into the rest of your life. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes.